Oi.
Hello, my dear students. I would like to welcome you again here. As always on Monday we have vocabulary lessons, and today's class I would like to start with this word. You can't judge a book by its cover. What do you think it means?
Это идиома.
Не нужно судить о книге по ее обложке.
That's right. So from now on, we are not allowed to use Russian as always. You remember that rule. So you have just 3 seconds to think this proverb through, and just to let me know what you think about it and what it means. You can judge a book by its cover. Начала уже? So Nastya, what do you think it means?
I think it means we can't judge everything by its appearance about people and how about everything.
So cover in this case means appearance, right? So Елизавета, what do you think about it?
I agree with Anastasia. I also think that appearance is one of the best factors for I think that we have to learn people, his character and his soul, and in last time we can see his appearance for
Estimate. No, we can estimation. All right, nice. What do you have to add?
I don't know, girls tell everything about it. Maybe we can judge people by first imagination.
Impression?
Impression, yeah. First impression.
So normally when we meet people, like the appearance is the first thing we see, and normally this is the crucial factor that gives us like our opinion about the person. Do you think it is right or wrong?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Why is it?
Because clothes and makeup of every person is choice of manufacturer. And
What do you mean by
choice? Every person make his choice with, исходя из множества причин.
According to
many factors, his occupation, his travel from his house to his work, his plan for evening and other. And one person bright and can be usual in other days. And if we saw yesterday, usually person.
As an average ordinary person.
Ordinary person, and if we we can say it's ordinary person with in his brain, and we can make mistake.
All right. Pavel.
Returning to the primary treatment, you can judge a book by its cover. I think that before we will start to read any book, we should to open it and look at least on the content of it. So I think that it can be said about people too.
Normally, if we see a bad-looking person, what do we think about him? Like, I mean, bad-looking with if the person's clothes is dirty, if this person has like not really good appearance. I mean, he's like his hair is dirty, like his hair is, I don't know, wet. So what do we normally think he is?
The appearance is a white meaning. So the people can be
So people just, can you just explain your idea, your thought? I just didn't quite get it. To help you. So what I was going like to suggest that if we see a person who is not really, who's like nasty looking, if it's possible to say like that, I don't think it's a polite thing to say, but still. So we normally think he's a homeless person, and we don't. Well, we try to avoid this person, right? We try to cross the street in order to not, to like even smell this person. But from my point of view, it's not always like that. Like we should pay attention to the people around us, and well, we should pay more attention to other people, their thoughts, ideas, their expectations, and what they are. So cover is like nothing. Do you agree? Yes. All right. Thank you very much. It was like a short discussion, and now I'm glad that there are 4 of us today, and I would like us to play a game. I'm going to give you short papers. Here you will have like individual like tasks or stories. Each of you will have a short story, and after reading the story, you will need to guess if this person is guilty or innocent. So here we can see a crime, or maybe not a crime. So you need to think if this person is guilty or not guilty. And do not show your stories to anybody. After you are done with like reading and decided if it's like if this person is guilty or innocent, I will tell you what to do next. All right? I'm gonna have one as well.
What does it mean conjugate?
Подделка подписи.
Что такое слендер?
Клевета.
Charge это увлечен, да? Или в нем?
В меня.
Okay, can you say what does it mean right away?
Взяточное чувство.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm ready to.
You have to be ready. All right. So each of you has like a story about someone. Now, what we are going to do? Each of you will tell to the rest of us what your story is, like what your story is about. You need to explain what happened, who made a crime, or maybe didn't make a crime, and then after that we will decide if this person is guilty or not, and the person who was telling the story will agree or disagree with us. And also we need to prove our thoughts, why we think so. So we need to prove what we think. I mean, like if he is guilty or not guilty.
We can look at the.
Well, yes, of course. But you're not allowed to read. You need just tell us with using your own words. All right. Let me be the first one to show you like the example of how it should look like. So I have a teenager. He's 15 years old, and he burgled the house. So he entered the house where an old lady lived. She was 80 years old, if I'm not, 80-year-old woman. And this person, the teenager, he locked her in her bathroom, and then he robbed the house. He took everything that is valuable for him, for society, and then he got in his car and then he ran away. So I would like to remind you that he is 15 years old, and so what do you think? Do you think he's guilty or innocent?
He's guilty.
Could you say it again? Why do you think so?
He robbed the regular.
That's right.
He robbed old woman and he took things that wasn't his. So it doesn't matter how old is he. He's guilty because he done a crime.
And I would like to provide you with a few more details. When he was at a trial in a court, like the lawyers that he had said that he made this because he was watching too much television, like crime on TV, and these things that he did with this old lady, he saw on some television. He watched too much like bloody movies, and so what he did was the exact thing that he saw like watching some movie. And he was, well, it wasn't him who was doing all these things. It was like someone else. Like he didn't understand what he was doing. He was influenced by a show, by a movie.
So he's crazy.
Well, it wasn't mentioned here in this story, so we don't know if he was like an insane or not. So we know the fact he like robbed the house, and like his lawyer said that he like it wasn't him who was doing all these things. He was influenced by show. So maybe television was guilty.
He has his own mind. He has wish to do this, and television was told him scheme how he can do this, but it was his wish to do this.
And Настя, do you think he should be sent to a jail?
Yeah, I think.
But he is 15-year-old. He is underage. He's a teenager.
I don't know, maybe there is some jail for teenagers, maybe.
So what punishment would you implement?
Punishment, наказание.
That's right.
I don't know, maybe штраф.
Penalty. To him or his parents.
To him, I don't know. Да, общественная работа.
Social works.
But I don't know, will be this enough?
So thank you. So I get you think he is guilty. Nice.
I agree with Anastasia. I'm sure he is guilty because he was 15. Not 15, not 5, 10. Should finish school at 15. And if he went and robbed old woman, he must be sent to prison.
Как будет нести ответственность?
Be responsible. Будь ответственным. All right, Елизавета.
I agree with my colleagues because 15 is serious age for some деяния,
Activity, acts.
for acts, because if he saw this by TV, he can play home with playhouse and play lady and buy Lego maybe and other, but he choose real crime, and because before to do it, he have to think about it, and he have to know that his parents have to. Как отвечать?
Be responsible.
Be responsible for his act.
Thank you. You think he's guilty? Before doing something, so not before to do, before doing something, and like as ending, has. Pavel?
According to the laws of the country where this boy is living, yes, he is guilty. But when we looked from other side, I mean humanity side, he is very young to do any crime, and he has not, как сказать, finishly как-то сформировавшийся разум.
He didn't form.
He didn't form his mind. Finish. So
So he was influenced.
Да,
by
he was
someone.
influenced by someone or something that
On TV.
on TV or on radio or anyone else. Как-то СМИ.
Mass media.
Mass media, yes. Internet maybe.
Maybe. So 4 votes for guilty, right? So I would like to present you my point of view. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, it wasn't mentioned where all those things happened. And well, if it happened in Russia, well, I guess so So maybe he would be sent to a jail, but not like for a long term, like imprisonment, but for a short term. So in this case, he should know that he will not, he is not going to escape like the consequences of what he has done. So I believe he is guilty. If I were in the jury, I would vote for guilty. So, thank you very much. Nice. What is your story?
My hero named James. He's an unemployed man, but he wants to find a new job. But to do this, he needs a new suit. A new suit, but he have no money for this suit. He knows that he has the same name like some rich guy from his city. And he went to a tailor and introduced like this rich guy with his name.
Did he introduce or he just signed as this guy?
I didn't understand.
So actually, he didn't introduce himself as this rich person. He just bought something, and
He get a check for.
yes, and he signed his like last name and first name were the same as this rich guy has. So please go on.
He just write his name and his surname, and he get this ministry. And he was charged for forgery, but he said that he didn't forge it for anyone else. It was just his signature. His signature. So I think he's guilty because he knows that it's not his signature. So he knows that he did crime. So he's guilty. But if it could be
Accidentally.
accidentally, if he didn't know that if he doesn't know that he has the same name like some rich guy, maybe he would be innocent. But in this situation, I think he guilty.
So, Nast, make sure you like as and you put it in the right places. Like you forget about as and at the end of the word. He, she, it, звенит. So that's why we use as and it. So, all right. What are your opinions? Is he guilty or innocent?
I think he's guilty.
Why?
He knows that he want to lie in the shop, and he knows that his signature he knows that his signature can be paid for. Hasn't paid for this shop, but he doesn't.
So, do you mean that he knows that his signature is the same as this rich guy has, and he signs the check like this on purpose, right? So, fortunately or unfortunately, it wasn't mentioned if well, in Russia we have like different signatures, right? But we don't know where exactly this situation took place. So maybe the only thing he needed to sign was his last name and first name. So, but he has the same last name and first name as that guy. So maybe he didn't even make a crime. So maybe well, is it a crime if, for example, I have the same name and last name as the president? Is it a crime?
But he knows that he hasn't enough money, and by the way, he did it. He knows that his first name and surname is same with name and surname of rich guy, and he used this
Similarity.
This similarity.
So you convinced me. Alright, so guilty. I haven't decided yet, so Nastya.
I don't think he's guilty. I think he's funny.
Funny, that's right.
And he didn't use the Richmond signature. He used his signature. And this is for shopman, not
For
sell in the shop.
for selling.
Of sell.
It is a fault of a salesperson.
Там
yes.
портной.
Taylor, that's right.
Taylor, yes. And I think rich man won't be poor from one shoot, and it's okay. It's not guilty.
Alright, thank you. Pardon.
I think this man is very lucky man. Having a similar name and surname with someone who has a lot of money. I think he's not guilty.
Alright.
He just is a lucky man.
Lucky man.
It's-
So not guilty, guilty. So I don't know. I think I agree with Nastya that he must be really canny to do this, but at the same time he knows that he doesn't have money to pay for the suit. But how should she have some money if he doesn't have work? In order to have work, he needs a suit. So it's it's a circle. So he needs money to order at a tailor's shop a suit. Then he doesn't have suit. It's
He can take a suit for rent,
but he doesn't have money.
but for rent need less money.
But
Credit.
he has no money at all.
Yeah, so it was mentioned that he just was a poor person.
Maybe he get a job and return money.
Yeah, well, maybe so.
I believe.
So he can take a loan, a credit in Russian. In English it's a loan, and then he can return. He can pay it off after he gets a job. But anyway, 2 votes for guilty, 2 for innocent. I think I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll think it through later. All right, Nastya, the next story.
The story about Max, who wanted take car, and he went to Vladimir, and Max wanted just used car with a condition, and he said it to Kadir. Kadir gave him car, and when Max came home, he understood. Then car hasn't air condition. Just integrate,
Fan.
just fan. And he returned to Armenia and wanted to get
Compensation.
compensation. And that's all. And I think car dealer, his name Harry, is guilty.
So you believe that a car dealer is guilty?
Guilty or
Innocent.
no, innocent. Guilty or incompetent.
Well, incompetent.
Or incompetent.
Thank you. So, what do you think, guys?
I think the situation need to be more,
Detail explained?
yeah.
Detail explained in detail.
It depends for what,
No, it depends on.
depends on car dealer. Maybe he's just don't know the difference between fan and air condition. Maybe so it could be that he do it
On purpose.
on purpose. We don't know. We can't know. Just with this story, we can see this detail. So I don't know how we can take our how we can
Make a decision.
yeah how we make it.
Alright, Elizabeth, I know you have something. You have a lot of things to add.
It's difficult without many details.
Well, I understand it, but we have what we
in
have.
this situation, I can't say guilty or innocent because Max have to try. Max has to try all function of his new car, and maybe. I don't know. Maybe how he say about his wishes. Maybe dealer didn't understand. Didn't understand his. And if Max take a new car and don't try all functions, it's only his car.
He's guilty.
It's only Max is guilty in this situation. But I don't know all details of this story, and I can say about Nico.
I don't know. Nastya, can you say how your story is ending? Max, finally, Max came to the car dealer and he said,
It wasn't mentioned. So it was the only
it
thing.
was a question.
I understand, but the finish of this story, Max wanted to get compensation.
Yeah, so he
Just
wanted to
want-
get money back
Yes,
from
this is
car
the
But
dealer.
we don't know. Yet he.
yes.
Yeah, if
or
he
not.
gets it back.
I can say.
So everything depends on us. If we decide that he is guilty, so he
He
will get the
guilty of
compensation.
who? Car dealer or Max?
Car dealer.
Car dealer? No, I think he is innocent.
Innocent.
Because there is not enough details.
And we have enough information. Max is client and he went to sell something.
We don't know how car dealer is
It doesn't matter. If
реагировал.
car dealer reacted,
How car dealer react to Max.
but it doesn't matter because car dealer is working in this shop and he must give all information and be competent. And if he gave the client wrong information, he is guilty in any case.
We know that customer ask a car with condition with only one
I think
exact
detail. He asked this to car dealer, and car dealer didn't
I think similar problems can be solved without judge.
So they just need to talk. Is that what you mean?
No. Maybe. Maybe.
So, what I think is that, well, Max, we don't know exactly what his words were. Maybe he said like air conditioner, or maybe he said like some fan or something that will blow air into my car. And I believe that before leaving like the shop, the car shop, Max had to check everything. So this is my point of view. I believe, well, this is an obvious thing before we leave, or we need to ask for a warranty or guarantee for the devices, for the cars, for everything that we buy, right? So in this case, if he left without a guarantee or warranty for the car, so this is his problem. So, well, at least I think this situation can take place and be solved in Russia. I mean, like this in Russia. So if it situation took place in some other country, we need to like look through the legislation and find a law that can be implemented. But talking about Russia's legislation or Russia's situation, like environment, I believe in this case, Max, this is his problem. So he had to check everything. Maybe Harry, who was the car dealer, well, maybe who knows? Maybe he thought it was not like that important to Max to have an air conditioner. Maybe he thought like the working engine was like the main reason for buying this car, or like whatever. So in this case, I think Harry, a car dealer, he's innocent. Alright, so how do we vote? I think he's innocent. 3 against 2. Alright, Elizaveta. Yours is next.
My story about manager is about manager of a shop. He knows from customer that one woman take from shelf
Still, alright.
Нет, взяла с полки, take from shelf some things and put off her bag into her bag, and he saw into her clear bag there are some things, similar things in the shop. And when she came to a cash desk, he pleads to open her bag and show these things. And when she did it, he can see that her own things, and there are no things from the shop. And she pressed him for slander. And I suppose that he is innocent, because he has to check for his work instruction.
So he acted according to the policy of the supermarket.
There are no details about it in the story, but he has a right to plead any customer in the shop to see things from his open bag. If women запаковать.
Pack.
If women packs her bag, there are no problems. But she didn't
Didn't do it.
didn't do it, and if maybe she takes one thing put into her bag, maybe later she returns it to a shelf. We don't it. I don't know it. It's usually case.
All right. So similar things, not similar things. So it's an adjective similar. Then came, not cames. We could add only in present tenses. And if you want to say like проверить, да, it's better to say to check the facts, not plead. Plead как умолять, да, не признавать.
Я думаю, plead это просить.
Ну, просить, ask лучше, да, сказать. Plead больше как умолять, да, вот просить, умолять. Пожалуйста. Даже когда коллеги сел, please. So in this case, to check is like a perfect word. Is the most suitable one. So all right.
Can I
So,
ask a
yeah.
I don't understand what she did with shop assistant after checking her bag.
Slender.
She praised him for a slender.
Ah.
I think guard is innocent.
So he wasn't really a guard. He was like a manager of the supermarket or shop, whatever it is.
He has right to check the bags of any customer if he has some подозрения.
If he thinks someone is stealing.
He is thinking that someone is stealing. So he saw that he done something unusual maybe. So he has right to check. What does it mean?
What it means. So you think he is innocent?
It's his innocence.
I know that on entry for all shops, the information for customers don't bring into shop your open things. You have to pack bags before to enter a shop.
Before entering.
Before entering the shop.
But not all shops have this information.
Big shop.
Like supermarket.
Like supermarket.
Or hypermarket. Mega market.
Supermarket.
So what do you think about
I
it?
think he's innocent. Good.
So why? So if you were a manager of the supermarket, of the shop, and you had like someone to tell you that well, there is a customer who took something and put it in like her bag. So how would you react?
So someone put something in
Yeah, from the
customer's bags.
Yeah,
And
a customer took something from the shelf of the supermarket and put it in her bag.
But she doesn't did.
Well,
Did-
you don't know. You don't know. You need. Well, there is someone who tells you that these things like have happened, but you don't know if it's true or false.
So I
So you need-
should decide to. I should decide she is guilty or not.
That's right. You need to do something.
I need to do something.
So what would you do, and like how would you do this?
I think I take this thing and put it back on the вешалка.
So, but well, what we have here. So at the cash desk, the manager accused her of shoplifting.
Shoplifting with
Of those things. However, when the woman emptied her bag, the manager saw that she possessed no stolen items. So she didn't have anything. He apologized. So this is one important thing. He apologized. And she pressed charges against him for slander. Slander over there, yes. So I believe, well, he had like a call from someone that this situation took place. I am sure, well, if I was a manager, I would do the same thing. I would politely ask this person to empty the bag and to show me what she has. But if I were in this lady's shoes, well, I would not do this. I would tell, like, show me the records of the cameras, and if you show me that something, I put something in my bag. Only in this case, I would like show you what I have in my bag. So, because well, I believe it's not an appropriate thing like to show what I have in my bag to everybody. Well, I understand that this is a shop, this is a supermarket, and there are like different rules, and there are like their own rules in this like supermarkets, like. It's like country with its own rules over here, but I believe it's not an appropriate behavior to check my bags every time they want. So they need to prove why they want to do this. If they cannot prove this, I will call the police, and when police comes, we can like check my bag all together. So I would do like this, but I repeat, if I were in this lady's shoes, but if I were in the manager's shoes, well, I would like to underline. I would politely ask this person to show me. So I would do it as politely as possible. And I would say, like, I'm sorry, like, many times for the inconvenience, because I don't want to have any problems. I don't want to have any further problems. And I don't have, I have just a call from someone who cannot prove it. But I need to check this call.
There are very many if in this story.
That's right.
Because I read about cases when young sympathy girl stolen some expensive things from shop and on the cash desk with record when a manager asks her to pay or to return these things. She как это утверждать?
She like insisted, настаивала, insist.
She insists that this there are her own thing with card of shop.
Tags.
With tags.
Tag or labels.
He in this case she takes about 5 or 6 trousers from expensive shop.
She's special.
On her body.
Alright. So, what does it mean? Sympathy or sympathetic?
Sympathetic, симпатичная. Красивая.
А мы в прошлый раз
Да, вот как раз ложные друзья переводчика. Господи, я забыла это слово. Nice maybe.
Nice, pretty girl, right? They're attractive, so beautiful. There are other words, but sympathetic is something different. So, alright, so how do we vote? What do they ask? So if is manager guilty or innocent? So who votes for guilty? So one for guilty and the rest of us for innocent. Alright, thank you. Pavel, your story is the last but not the least.
But not the least.
Yes. That means it is not the last according to like importance. По важности не самое последнее. Последнее, но не по важности.
There is mostly important.
The most important. I'm sure it is.
Okay, my story tells about the policeman who tried to search suspected chief's home for the stolen goods, but he's failed and he wasn't find any thing.
He didn't find.
He didn't find anything of stolen goods. So he was very smart policeman, and he пошел на хитрость.
He made a kind of thing.
Canny.
Canny. Or he made a trick. Now to pull off.
He made one trick. During the search, he caught chief's 5-year-old child, and he said, I give you $5 if you show me where the stolen goods are placed or hidden. So this 5-year-old child.
5-year-old.
This is a boy. This was a boy, and he accepted, and he took the policeman to the place where these goods are hidden. And then in this story, the mother of this child appears, and she states that these goods in this story I don't understand one word. This evidence. What does it mean?
Вот доказательства. Да, доказательства and accused the policeman of bribing her child.
So I understand that his mother tried to обвинить, assume it is accuse, it is обвинить. The boy's mother tried to accuse the policeman of bribery of her child. So I think it's very not stupid, no, very very silly story. And I think the policeman is innocent, yes. Because not he receive bribery. Opposite, he give money to child. So how can policeman can be accused of the bribery? I don't understand.
Alright. So do you understand what the situation is?
Yeah, I understand that policeman can know something about family of chief, and
It's not a chief, it's a thief.
thief.
What?
Family of thief, and try to get stolen goods with help of young son of thief. It's true.
It is true.
Yeah, and in this case we can say about bribery. In case with 5 years old boy. But we can say that policeman broke his instruction. Breaks. He breaks his instruction. And
I noticed.
партизанщина, ну как это сказать, что неоправданный риск, как это?
So
I want to notice that it was secret.
yeah, he
No one knows about it.
That's right. So what we have a policeman, we have a thief. A policeman comes to a thief's house in order to find like some stolen goods. When he cannot find them, he bribes a 5-year-old child, asking to show him where the goods are. So the boy he gets the money and he shows where the stolen things are. So and when a mother of the boy realizes what happened, she says that this is not the evidence of the fact that those things it's not an evidence. So that the things were stolen. So she says that she states that we cannot believe to a 5-year-old boy. So he is just a boy, and he, if I'm not mistaken, I mean she accused the policeman of bribing her child. So the question is, were the police guilty or not guilty of bribery? So we don't want to discuss any other fact. We just want to know if the police guilty of bribery or not.
So he gave something to boy.
Yes, he gave him some money.
I think policeman is innocent because he first gave money to boy, just helped him, and second, boy is
Не помню. Сейчас посмотрим.
like a policeman, he can asked any person, and he asked the boy, and Theo,
And what?
and in fact, he was right.
Uh-huh.
And mother is thief.
So
Yes, I think he is innocent.
all right, Nastya, what do you think?
I think it's not just bribery. Bribery is not exactly what can be. В общем, не подходит это слово к этой ситуации.
Well, the bribery, like the word bribery, doesn't belong or doesn't suit in here. But what I was gonna say that like the question is if the police is guilty of bribery or not. So they don't want like to listen to our other like suggestions. They want us to answer guilty or not guilty of bribery. But you, of course, I would be glad to listen like to your other ideas. Like I would like you to express your thoughts.
Bribery is when somebody take money and give some something important or some expensive things to the man who gave money. So it was just a boy, and he didn't understand what he's doing, and we don't know the motivation of the policeman. Maybe he gives this money to help organization. But if he really gives this money to the boy to find out something important for his work, maybe we can understand him. So maybe he's guilty in bribery, but in this case he had the right to do this.
Alright, so I think I will agree with like, all of you, and I would like to add that, well, I don't have a degree like in law, fortunately or unfortunately, but I believe that the police can be like pleaded guilty just because the fact existed, it took place. So we have like a child who can like tell where and how it happened, and we have like a mother who probably was involved in this situation. And well, the fact took place, and it shouldn't be like this. The police should be like pleaded guilty, I guess. So if we like look at the situation from like a different angle, if we plead the police not guilty, so it will like it will open like a path to other policemen like to bribe people. And so what will we eventually have? Like everybody would bribe people in order to get some information, some I don't know, like things. What do they have? Like stolen goods. So I think it is not an appropriate thing. So only in this case, I believe the police should be pleaded guilty. All right, let's vote. Who thinks that police is guilty? So 2 for guilty and 3 for not guilty, for innocent. All right. So thank you very much, guys. So I would like to get the stories back. Thank you. And I would also like to mention, Elizaveta, when you would like to say, говорить о чем-то, you can say either или не можем. We can't talk about it, not we cannot say about it. Say это просто сказать, да, единичное действие, сказать. А talk это как обсуждать что-то, да, то же самое как и discuss. Speak мы говорим, когда с каким-то языком употребляем. Speak English, speak Russian. Alright, I suggest that we have a break a little bit earlier than we normally have. And after that, it will be logically correct to start the second part of our class with like your homework and with like discussion of what we had last time. Alright, so thank you.